Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel Tarot C. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages with the cards that come out in today's reading for you. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out and what messages come through with the cards that come out in today's reading. So the first card we have is the Nine of Pentacles. We have some earth sign energy with this. You could be dealing with a Virgo or a Taurus or even a Capricorn. We have the Chariot. We have some more Cancer energy. You could be dealing with another Cancer. And we have the King of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So with the Six of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of an imbalance in some way in the connection. And I do feel like, especially when it comes to the giving and receiving, kind of feeling a bit off balance. I do feel like with the Six of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, this also feels like the situation requiring a lot and being one that requires to have a lot being put into it in order to make it work and make things flow. I do feel like with the Nine of Pentacles showing up over here, this energy does feel quite independent, but it also feels like an energy of being able to really thrive and succeed. I do feel like with this Nine of Pentacles showing up over here, you could be dealing with someone who, I do feel like this person is someone who has a lot, it's like they have a lot going for them, or they could be someone who is very focused on their work right now, or they could be in a space where do you feel like it's like they are prioritizing their work. And I do feel like with the Nine of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to be in connection with someone who they could be viewing you in this light as someone who has a lot going on, or someone who's very busy, but it feels like them having a lot of respect for the way in which you're showing up and for your hustle. I do feel like with the Nine of Pentacles showing up over here, this energy though does feel very independent, and it feels like also being able to really prioritize self in a way that is healthy. Feels like self-care. I do feel like with the Chariot card showing up over here though, this does feel like an energy of desiring forward movements and also experiencing forward movements. I do feel like with the forward movements, it feels like the situation being one that feels like it is progressing. And I also feel like with the Chariot card showing up over here, you and this person could be very different. It could be a difference of night and day when it comes to the kind of people you are, but it does complement each other in a way that's like opposites attract. Do you feel like with the Chariot card showing up over here, this energy feels like an ability to succeed as well? Do you feel like there's a strong connection here? It feels quite like a powerful connection that works. And with the Chariot card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of also travel being something that may be on someone's mind or something that is about to happen. But I do feel like with the Chariot card showing up over here, feels like success surrounding travels that are about to happen in the connection. I do feel like with the King of Cups showing up over here, this energy does feel very, very genuine when it comes to the way somebody feels in this connection, and the way this person feels about you. Do you feel like art is aligning with their actions? Do you feel like they have deep feelings, and the emotional connection is one that they are invested in? You mean a lot to this person. They care quite deeply. So I feel like you are dealing with a person who, this person is someone who's quite mature, or they're handling things with you in a mature way. And do you feel like with the King of Cups showing up over here, there's a lot of love for you from this person as well? And I do get that with this King of Cups showing up over here, there's something about this person that could feel very special. And I do feel like it makes the connection feel like one that is very special and goes quite deep. On an emotional level, you are connected and tied. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have the Ten of Wands. and we have the Page of Swords and the Queen of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Four of Swords in the reverse. So the Four of Swords showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of, you could be hearing from someone or someone could be trying to reach you. And I do feel like with the Four of Swords showing up in the reverse, this does feel like this person reaching you with an energy that is positive. It feels like it's coming from a genuine space or from a good place. I do feel like with this Four of Swords showing up over here, this does also feel like an energy of really being in a space where somebody's ready to do something. I do feel like it could be something that you may have been waiting for them to be able to say or do, but it does feel like them being in a space where they feel ready to show up. And I do get that with this 10 of Wands showing up over here at the bottom, underneath this 9 of Pentacles. This does feel like the end of a certain type of a journey. And do you feel like with the 9 of Pentacles showing up over here, this energy feels very independent? There's a sense of being able to actually experience things kind of transforming from the way they once were to another way. And I do feel like kind of taking someone out of a certain kind of a one-track mind of being alone and doing things alone. And this could also be a sense of them being in a space where it's like they are ready to be able to enter into the next phase of things. And I do feel like this could also be them being in a space where it's like they're embracing and open to partnership. And I do feel like with the 10 of Wands showing up over here, this energy does feel like an end of this feeling of things feeling one-sided. So I do feel like there's a sense of being able to make something work, and I do feel like make something work together. I do get that with the Page of Swords showing up over here. This does feel like an energy of somebody who's watching from a distance. I do feel like with this Page of Swords showing up over here, this energy feels quite reserved, but it feels very intrigued, very curious, and very interested. And it's like there's a desire to know about either your feelings, or you may be desiring to know about this person's feelings, but it's like you're doing it from a distance. You're not showing your hand necessarily at this time. But with this Page of Swords showing up over here, there is a sense of actually finding out a lot, but doing it in a way that is like in a way that is still from a distance. But I do feel like there could be a conversation on the horizon for your connection, or for between the two of you. The Queen of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of having a strong emotional connection. And I do feel like there's also a lot of emotional availability in this connection because of a feeling of emotional safety, or even a feeling of emotional connectedness between the two of you that's naturally there. I do feel like with the Queen of Cups showing up over here, this energy does feel very compassionate, feels very caring, and it feels very genuine as well. And I do get that with the Queen of Cups clarifying the King of Cups, this does feel like an energy of divine counterparts. And I do feel like there's a strong union, feels quite powerful. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have getting to know each other. We have it is safe for you to love. And we have flirts. So with getting to know each other, this does feel like an energy of really being able to give this connection a chance. I feel like there's a sense of being open to exploring your connection on a deeper level. And I feel like this person also being open to being able to actually explore this connection further with you. And it does feel like being on the same page with this openness to be able to explore this connection further. I do feel like there's a curiosity, and there's also an openness and a willingness. I do feel like with the It Is Safe For You To Love card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of having a connection that feels like, especially on an emotional level, there's a sense of emotional safety. And I do feel like you could have a lot in common with this person, or you could have a similar approach to the connection. And I do feel like with the It Is Safe For You To Love card showing up over here, this feels like feeling comfortable in this connection and being quite open when it comes to being open-hearted with this person being open-hearted with you and making you feel comfortable. I do feel like with this flirt card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to have quite enjoyable and positive interactions between the two of you as well. I do feel like with the flirt card showing up over here, this energy feels like kind of holding back at first, but still being present in order to be able to to be able to have something existing between the two of you. But I do feel like feelings, emotions growing and going deeper. And I do feel like there is an energy of being able to have really enjoyable, light-hearted interactions that can blossom and grow into something more, and also is leading to the sense of feeling comfortable, especially when it comes to being able to open up and being vulnerable with each other in your connection. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Cancer, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Cancer.